Claret TV speaking to Championship League manager Robbie Simpson after 2-1 defeat here at Havant. Robbie, it feels like sort of one that's got away from us, really.
Really disappointed with that one, Ben. I thought it's a game we could have and should have won. There wasn't a lot in it, and that's our fault because I didn't think we started very well. We gradually built our way into the game in the first half and finished the stronger. But even then, I didn't think we were quite at the level that I expect us to be at, or what we can play at. And we started the second half okay. Obviously a mistake for their goal. And I think it's probably a lack of experience on the pitch in terms of how to defend an indirect free kick. I was trying to yell on, get on the goal line to a few of them, but for some reason we didn't have all of our bodies in between the goalposts. There's only so much I can shout from here to get that done, but we didn't have someone on the pitch doing that. And then we made a change that I could see really helping us, and we concede pretty much as soon as we make the change for another mistake. And when games are tight like that, mistakes matter. Those moments really, really matter. Once we went 2-0 down, it looked more like us. It looked more like what I wanted to see from minute one. We moved the ball really quickly. We had good rotations. We had runners in behind. We had good quality on the ball. But we were 2-0 down. We scored a great goal, and I felt like with 15 minutes left, we could have, if we'd have carried on that intensity that we showed for that 15-minute period after their goal, we could have gotten something out of the game. And we didn't quite keep it up. They probably stifled it a bit with their change because they had to change something because I could only see it going one way. And yeah, I'm really disappointed today because that is a game we shouldn't have lost. If we were at it at our levels that I expect us to be at, we'd have won this game, and I think we'd have won it comfortably.
Yeah, and both mistakes. I know we've got a young backline, but maybe better communication between everyone, and they wouldn't have happened.
You have to take responsibility as a back player, goalkeeper, defender. The minutes you have hesitation in anything, it's a problem. You have to make a quick early decision and let everyone else around you know what decision you've made. And we're not doing that at the minute. We've conceded 6 goals in the last 3 games, and that isn't good enough. That isn't the basis of what we set ourselves when we went on a good run in terms of results. Be hard to beat first and foremost, and at the minute we're not. We're conceding 2 goals a game, which isn't good enough.
Yeah, and it's positive news. We had the return of Charlie Sheringham playing in a withdrawn role, along with Rush and Blackwell up front. It was an interesting look to the front three. Yeah,
well, obviously Dara's missing, and we needed to. Charlie obviously came back. He wasn't actually going to play 90 minutes, but he had to in the end. But yeah, he can play that role. It didn't quite work as well as I wanted it to, but it did in that little period after we went 2-0 down. It really did, and he provided the assist for the goal. But yeah, great to have him back. With Simeon and Dave missing long term, we're going to need him to be a real leader on the pitch for us and influence others and have his influence on the other players around him. So really pleased to have him back. I don't think we'll be expecting anyone else back before next weekend. I wouldn't have thought.
Okay. And Tom Blackwell keeps on scoring, and 6 goals since Boxing Day. He's a different player the second half of the season.
Yeah, and I think if we'd have just increased our quality just slightly, he'd have had more today as well. He'd have had more. I think we got in a position right at the start of the second half where I think Matt Rush has crossed it, but it's gone high. We kind of didn't have that care and quality that we did for the goal, and he would have had more. And he keeps getting in positions where he's going to score. And I thought there was a couple of occasions where he himself could have done better, where he's tried to jink on his right, but he hasn't moved them to the left first to then give him the room. But yeah, he's doing well, and let's hope he keeps scoring.
Yeah, and 3 defeats in a row. After we've worked so hard to get us into a good mid-table position, we need to pick up next week to avoid being sucked into something at the end of the season.
We do, yeah. We do. We can't. We've done so well to drag ourselves up the table and get us in that position where the season was kind of on a knife edge, could go either way, and we felt like if we could carry on, who knows what could have happened. And now we need to get back. We need to get back to that. Like you say, it comes from being hard to beat first and foremost. That is the basis of everything, and at the minute we're not. And that's lack of confidence, indecisiveness, all of the above. It's got to change quickly, because we need to stop looking like we're going to concede. In that period where we went on a good run, we never really looked like we were vulnerable or going to concede. It was going to have to take something really good from the opposition to score against us. And at the minute, it's not that way.
OK, Robbie, I hope it changes next Saturday.
Thank you.